Schmelnick and Schmelnick. Injured? Been in an accident?
Know someone who's been in an accident?
Know someone who knows someone who's been in an accident?
Look like you've been in an accident?
Or want to just be in an accident? We can help you. At Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we've changed people's lives. We've turned common hypochondriacs into millionaires. Here are some of our testimonials.
It started as just a scratch, but thanks to Schmelnick and Schmelnick, now I'm a millionaire.
Okay, listen. Dr. John Doe, and I've personally checked into each and every one of these cases, inside and out. I give all of the expert medical testimony for Schmelnick and Schmelnick, and they've even handled a few of my own personal cases.
Right. Schmelnick and Schmelnick! Well, what did you think of our fine, well-paid actors? Performances like this can be rehearsed for any courtroom in America. This can be your golden opportunity to sue your fellow man and make a pretty penny at the same time. Okay? Because at Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we can help you. You, yeah, we can help them. Call 1-900-SUE-YOU before our address changes or the Vice Squad catches up with us.
You took my line.
I took your line.
You slime? Just like that client we had. You took him right away from me.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, you know, Hoffa.
Second attempt. One. Blue's a lucky one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This is a healthy competition going on here.
7, 8, 9.
You got 9? 10! Yay! You got it! A new world record! Yay! What do you have to say for yourself?
11,
Oh my God.
12,
12! 13!
14,
14!
15,
15!
15.
15. Now, what's your name again?
Alex Kraus,
Alex Kraus from...
Sturgeon Bay.
Thank you, Alex Kraus. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Alrighty, Aphrodite, here we are. It's Wednesday, middle of the week, as you might even say. And we're back. We never left. Actually, we did, but we're back now. And that's how it is. Oh, a quick update on Andrew DiBisciago. I talked to him just yesterday, and he said that I asked him, is there anything I can tell people about what you're going through? He said, just tell them I'm getting stronger every day. And he is. His voice sounds very strong. So, and I told him, I said, hey, we can do a show anytime you want. He goes, okay, well, all right, well, keep that in mind. So hopefully, because I think it's been like 8 months since we've done a show. Hopefully soon we'll be able to do another show, and that would be great. Would be great. But in the meantime, if anyone's curious about Andrew DiBisciago, we've done like 30 shows plus with him. Just scroll back, and they're all timeless. So go ahead and listen to them while we wait for him to return to the live studio. Well, alrighty then. Now, I guess we've talked enough. Now we need to go over to Chatlandia and see who's all over there, chatting all over the cotton picking place. Cotton picking place. All right, it's Catherine Weiss. She's one of our, that's Catherine Weiss, Weiss123. She's one of our ultra mods. She says, hi, Aaron. Then she says, I'll be over on YouTube tonight. Because we need someone there too. And then Kathy also says, hello. Hi, Peggy. And then I said, hi, Weiss123, Kathy. And then look, it's Peggy Dancer over there on YouTube on the portrait. She says, hello, Aaron. Hello at Catherine Weiss, Kathy, and a heart. Look at that, a heart. Then I said, okay. Back over here on Rumble. And then back over there on YouTube. I said, hi, Kathy. And then I said, hi, Peggy, over there on the portrait channel. And then Kathy says, hi, Aaron, over there on YouTube. And then Peggy Dancer over here on Rumble says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Weiss123, Catherine. I'll be here. And she gives a little heart. Oh, no. It did it again. It did it again. This doggone trackpad. It's going to be... Okay. I got to settle down here. I don't know how people... I guess I got to find a mouse because this thing drives me nuts. I'm still not used to it. I don't think I'll ever be used to it. You know, I don't like laptops because it has that trackpad. I don't like it. I like a mouse, you know, a real live mouse. How do you like that? I said, hi, Kathy, over on YouTube. And I said, hi, Kathy. Or no, it's just a wavy hand. Oh, because the first time I said hi to Kathy, it didn't offer me the wavy hand or any other thing. So that's weird. And I said, hi, Cap78 Pack over here on Rumble. And look who else is here. Why, it's our good time long friend. It's Skylark74. Greetings, fellow Truth Questers, he says. And I said, hi, Skylark74. And Skylark74 says, hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron. And Peggy says, hello, Skylark74. And Skylark says, 2 viewers waiting. That's discouraging. Well, share it on out to your friends, and maybe they'll join us. You know, there's so many shows. It's hard to get people's attention these days because they all have their own show probably. And then Kathy says, hi, Aaron. Oh, the Chinese lawyer sue you to sue you. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Yeah. And Catherine Weiss says, hi, Peggy, over there on YouTube. Alternate spelling, QU. Okay. I took Japanese for busy people. It's an interesting language. It's the exact opposite of our language. Chat is not on screen. Oh, that's right. I forgot to do that one little thing that I'm supposed to remember to do every time. But you know what I blame all my memory problems on? The fact that I haven't done a memory webinar yet. That's what I blame my memory relapses on. If I could only get that in, and boy, maybe that would help. Or maybe not. Well, it's on there now. How do you like that? Skylark74 says, I hope he gets stronger. There are questions about Project Phoenix and related issues about that only Andrew can answer. Project Phoenix? I guess I'm not familiar with Project Phoenix. You know, Andy doesn't really comment too much on programs he doesn't have any specific knowledge about, usually. And then Cap 78 Pack Peggy Dancer says, Yahoo, prayers working and will continue for Andrew D. Bishago. Oh, thank you, Peggy Dancer. She's one of our prayer warriors. And Catherine Weiss puts this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Then we'll have more friends to talk to here in Chatlandia. Don't you think? Thanks for putting that out there, Kathy. Helps a thumbs up, helps the algo rhythm, and the algo beat, and the algo melody. Oh, yeah, all those algo things that we love so much. How does Andrew Bishago's narrative compare to that of Sean David Morton? I see similarities, but as with other comparisons, Andrew's experiences do not always correlate with those of others. And Andy, you know, he's been in a couple of top secret programs, and you know, he can vouch for those programs, but hard for him to be able to vouch for someone else's experience unless he has direct knowledge or interaction with them in those. So it'd be a tough thing to do. Thoughts on Trump? Well, Trump's doing exactly what we all elected him for. He is bringing peace to the world. And you can't have a gigantic state sponsor of terror raging all over the planet and expect to have any semblance of peace. So that's what I think about Trump. I think he's doing excellent. And, you know, just thank our lucky stars that he survived all the attempts on his life. And yeah, I think he's doing fantastic. Best president ever. And Giants 143. I don't know if you're a real person or maybe you're a bot trying to drum up toxic Trump posts, but I don't feel bad about Trump, and I don't think I ever will. Skylark says, Sean David Morton passed away in, I think, 2023. His narrative is in fictionalized form in the 7 books, the Sands of Time series, but those books are quite expensive now. I see. Well, maybe someone could do a video on them, and maybe you could get one of those books and do a video and read it, and then you get all the viewers that don't want to read it, they could watch you read it. And then Kathy says, hi, Skylark74. Thoughts on Biden? Biden's history. He's the worst president ever. He didn't even win. He cheated. And that's all coming out. And you'll see. Giants. Skylark74. I meant to say Project Pegasus. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, he knows a lot about Project Pegasus. Speaking of Project Pegasus, look who's here. Why, it's Chronaviewer. Hello, Aaron, he says. And Skylark says, hello, Chronaviewer. And then Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Chronaviewer. And then Chronaviewer says, hello, Skylark. Hello, Cap 78 Pack. And I got to say, hi, Chrono Viewer. There you go. And if you weren't here to hear the message, Chrono Viewer, Andy told me to tell everyone that he's getting stronger every day. That's what I'm allowed to say. And I can tell by his voice, he is getting stronger every day. So that's good. That's good. Oops. Okie dokie. Pinoki. And Kathy says, hi, Chrono Viewer. Skylark says, I don't have any misgivings about DJ Trump. until this new war with Iran. Well, I think there's a lot of people trying to make something of this, but they've been chanting death to America, and they've attacked us numerous times. They've killed hundreds, if not thousands, of our soldiers and civilians in all of their attacks. And they were after all of their neighbors too. They were not good players on the world stage. They needed to be taken out, and it's in the process. So there's more to come. Carnivore, Biden's been cloned. Yeah, Biden's been aloned too. He's no one's paying much attention to him anymore. He's now, his political stock has gone way down to -0, I would say. And I said, hi, Carnivore. And then Carnivore, hi, that's good to hear about Andy. Oh, yes, I know. It's very good to hear. I'm so glad to be able to relay that to y'all. Skylark74, I guess that copy machine error in the cloning process resulted in mental retardation. On the other hand, many will say that Joe Biden has always been that dumb. So the cloning process was spot on. Plus, he had half of his brain removed, almost half of his brain. One entire hemisphere was removed in 2 different operations in 1988. And actually, this woman was on, quite frankly, a couple of years ago, and she said she went to a party. She was talking to this gentleman. He said that he was a brain surgeon, and he was the one who twice removed large portions of Biden's brain. And he said that he's got really just half a brain left, a little bit on one side and the other hemispheres. Yeah, so his cup is only half full, as you might say. And then Chroniviewer says, hi, Kathy. And Skylark74 says, imagine spending millions of dollars and a fake Joe Biden is the desired result. Yeah. I don't know if he was cloned or not. And all the masks, I don't know. Who knows? I do know that when they showed him on the beach, that was him, because no one can sleep in public like Sleepy Joe Biden. Can't get a lookalike to do that, or even a clone. I don't think so. It used to be so funny to listen to Trump make fun of him trying to lift a 1 ounce chair in the sand. Oh, all righty, Aphrodite. Well, that's enough of that. All right, we're all through all that. And one more. Chroniviewer says, whether it's true or not, who knows? But it's funny that Trump reposted on Truth that he was cloned. Yeah, Trump is he's spitting fire all the time, isn't he? He's just, it's so entertaining. It's going to be so boring having a boring president. I hope we never have a boring president again. It's pretty too cool for school to have a president like the one we've got. Don't you think? Oh yeah. Well, let's let me get a little sip of coffee here. Coffee. Let's share our screen and go over to the Book of Faces, the land of Zuckers. And here we are. And this, we've looked at this before. It's an asteroid. It's 1999 RQ-36 asteroid. I don't know if it's a real asteroid or not. I looked into it a little deeper. I tried to find a clearer picture, but all there is this fuzzy film clippage. No real sharp pictures, which makes me think it might be fake with this black triangle pyramid on it. I don't know if it's true or not. I couldn't really get verification on it in my little search that I did. All right. 7:43. Can you believe it? Oh, and here's an interesting story. MIT scientists, life found inside Jupiter's atmosphere. Oh, really? It doesn't really say that in the article. I didn't read or listen to the video yet. Christina Gomez, but they're hypothesizing that there could be life in the atmosphere of Jupiter. Now, that's interesting to me because Corey Goode, an alleged secret space program whistleblower, claims that when he was on a research vessel, they discovered plasma life forms in the upper atmosphere of Jupiter, living off the radioactivity in the upper atmosphere. They tried capturing one and bringing it in the ship, but it passed away. It's a life form that we're not familiar with and don't know how to keep it alive, I guess. But when they went back to get another one, they showed preservation of life, like they eluded being captured. And they eat and they reproduce and they, yeah. So is that true? Is mainstream science poking around that? And maybe that will be revealed. You know, it's always interesting when a secret space program person says something, and then you see something that might help validate their story. Yeah, Skylark says, how would they determine that there was life there? I'm reminded of a science fiction story by Arthur C. Clarke where Jupiter was found to have floating life forms with lighter than air gases. Maybe, well, interesting. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, with their bodies keeping them buoyant. Speaking of floating, did you know that female ants, when you put them in water, they'll sink right to the bottom? But not the male, the boy ant. Buoyant? Buoyant. That's just a little joke. Sorry. Yeah, according to theoretical physicist Dr. James Gates, an MIT and Caltech trained scientist who spent decades alongside Nobel laureate, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. All right. Yeah, I think they should have more of for a headline like that, they really need to have some solid proof. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, they're thinking about it. From clandestine, war clandestine, I think we are witnessing the U.S. military destroy everything that the CIA built. I think so too. Iran and their terrorist proxies, Venezuela, the cartels, Cuba up next. I think the CIA has been cleansed and their global terror network is being destroyed. I think you're spot on right there, war clandestine. You got good instincts there. Thanks, Michael Kiesel, for putting that out. Listen, people, don't be mad at lazy people. They didn't do anything. They didn't. It's provable. Oh, here's Ronald Reagan. Some more funny wisdom from Ronald Reagan. Let's hear what Ronald Reagan has to say. Funny guy. Gosh. He was a good president.
Of course, mistakes do happen. There is the story of the fellow who ordered a bouquet of flowers to be sent to the opening of his friend's new branch office. When he got there, he was shocked to see flowers with the inscription, "Rest in Peace." He was so outraged that on the way home he stopped at the florist to complain. And don't get so upset, the florist said. Just think of it this way. Today, someone in this city was buried beneath a flower arrangement with the inscription, "Good luck in your new location." Of course, mistakes do happen.
Good luck in your new location. He had such a good dry delivery, too. Yeah, he was, he's a comedian. He should have done stand-up. I guess he did. I guess a lot of people, they go into politics so they can do stand-up, like Senator John Kennedy. Don't you think? And he does it pretty good. Oh, Anthony Brock's back again. He can't get enough of abuse. He just wants more self-abuse, goat abuse. Let's check out what 48 is. Lego armor. Oh boy.
Here's round 48. A comment just suggested Lego armor. Sounds fun. Let's see who's boss. That went as expected. What's next? Here's round 48.
All the pieces everywhere. Well, oh, Himalayan, Himawakan. Oh, yeah. See, you got to know your cats. Himalayan, Himawakan. There you go. The pun guys. Thanks, pun guys. Peak cat humor. I'd say so. Definitely. A mere half mile separates us from a disaster that could bring humanity to its knees. Tank Museum, 1.5 miles. Monkey World, 1 mile. Oh, no. Keep those monkeys away from the tanks. Oh, my God. This isn't going to end well, folks. Why do they always put the monkeys where the tanks are? Why? You'd think they would have learned their lesson by now. Wholesome memes. A very wholesome one right there. America's counter-cartel coalition, a hemisphere alliance. President Trump unveils new cartel coalition and operation. Diamond and Silk. Thanks, Diamond and Silk. And it's very, very sad that Tommy DiCarlo, the new lead singer of Boston, passed away on the same day that Brad Delp, the original lead singer of Boston, passed away. DiCarlo was 60 years old and Brad Delp was 55 years old. And now Tommy DiCarlo has really been the lead singer of Boston since Brad Delp died. After Brad Delp died, Tommy DiCarlo recorded himself singing Boston songs as a tribute to Delp, and Tom Scholes heard it, and that's how they hired him in 2007. So from 2007 to 2026, he died of brain cancer. DiCarlo did, and Brad Delp sadly committed suicide. But Tommy DiCarlo, I'm thinking, he was touring during the COVID thing. And, in order for places to play venues to get in, a lot of them had to be jabbed. I don't know. He didn't look unhealthy at all, but we all know what the jibby jab can do. So very sad. Boston, and I've been listening to Boston every day for the last year, over a year. And that hits hard. That hits hard. Rest in peace to Tommy DiCarlo. Wow. And Brad Delp. Oh, some bat action. Let's check this out. Batman 1966. Let's see what the dynamic duo are up to now. Oops.
Well, Batman and Boy Wonder, adieu for now.
Please, they'll use the chief as a hostage.
Farewell, Batman and Boy Wonder, adieu for now. Forward, feckless backward.
Never go with them, Chief. Don't resist. They're killers. It's your only hope. Upstairs, Commissioner Gordon's office. Quickly, Robin.
I'll turn on the high voltage switch. At 100,000 volts, electrifying the entire swimming pool. The Batmobile. The Bat/Light. All right, men, to your stations. Jenny, to the water side.
Crossfire and electrocution. Looks like the end. Have our heroes ever been in a nastier spot? For the chilling climax, tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Batman and Robin, stay away. For your own sakes, stay away.
Look! That trunk on the slide! Push it! Holy Davy Jones!
Oh, this could be a death trap.
Out! Back here.
Thank you.
Holy Guadalcanal, Batman! What now?
Stay calm. Let's assess this desperate situation.
$2 to donuts. Chief O'Hara's in that truck. And look, there's Penguin at that electric switch.
Right. First thing, drive the bird away with a bat pellet.
Nice eye, Batman.
No time for confidence, I'm afraid. Let's advance our bat shield through this deadly gunfire. Make for those big electric cables.
Right you are. What do we do? Cut them with our insulated bat clippers?
On the contrary, I'll reverse the polarity with my special bat inverser.
I'm blinded! Those deranged bat pellets!
Watch it. Penguin's getting back to that electric switch.
Indeed, just as I hoped. Get back.
Fry! You fry and sizzle and boil!
Holy levitation! How did that happen?
Simple. By reversing the polarity of the cables, I transformed the swimming pool into a gigantic anti-magnet. It repelled the metal of the truck.
Curses! We're out of ammunition! Maybe it's a trick to get us out from behind our bat shield.
No trick, Robin. They are out of ammunition.
How do you know?
Easy. I've been counting their bullets. At them! Surrender, you criminals!
Up with your flippers!
Up in the truck. Release Chief O'Hara.
Roger. Are you all right?
Please. They'll use the chief as a hostage.
Farewell, Batman and Boy Wonder. Adieu for now.
There it is. Oh, look. Did you know you can fix drywall with Hot Wheels? I never knew this. This is, home improvement. You can actually fix drywall with Hot Wheels. This is amazing. It's a miracle. Watch this. I mean, it's amazing. Check this out.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to fix drywall with Hot Wheels. Let's go. First, you're going to grab your favorite Hot Wheels. You're going to slip it onto the little hook. And then bam! You just do that for the rest of your room and it covers every hole. And this is still cheaper than hiring a real drywall. Follow me for more tips and tricks like this. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to fix drywall with Hot Wheels. Let's go. First, you're going to grab your favorite Hot Wheels. You're going to slip it onto the little hook. And then bam! You just do that for the rest of your room and it covers every hole. And this is still cheaper than hiring a real drywall.
Cheaper than hiring a real drywall. CIA faces furious backlash after hidden document with potential cure for cancer is declassified for 60 years. We already talked about that. Just in, President Trump just announced the U.S. has opened its first oil refinery in 50 years. Oh, look at this. Dylan Holt. Liberal tears. Some liberal ran her car into a Trump sign, not knowing there was bricks behind it. They'll never learn. They will never, ever learn. Their TDS is it's probably one of their big problems with their life. Oh, more bat action? Oh my goodness. Oh my goonie. From 66 Batman fan group. Check this out.
It's almost Horuaba Simba.
Almost what?
Horuaba Simba. 6 o'clock in our nomenclature. In the 14th dynasty, the hour of the hyena. The time when ancient Egyptian super criminals invariably struck.
Gosh, Batman, is there anything you don't know?
Oh, yes, Robin. Several things, in fact. It's almost Horuaba Simba.
Almost what?
Horuaba Simba. 6 o'clock in our nomenclature. In the 14th dynasty, the hour of the hyena. The time when ancient Egyptian super criminals invariably struck.
Gosh, Batman, is there anything you don't know?
Oh, yes, Robin. Several things, in fact.
Several things, in fact. Look at this. Oh, here's how you make that bismuth crystal magnet floating thing with bismuth. Check this out.
You can think of bismuth as reacting to a magnet in the opposite way that iron does. Rather than being attracted to magnets, bismuth pushes them away. By taking advantage of this diamagnetic property, we can use bismuth to create a stable pocket of opposing magnetic forces, where a small magnet will be perfectly suspended in midair, indefinitely levitating with no energy consumption. You can think of bismuth as reacting to a magnet in the opposite way that iron.
It's tough to get that stuff out of the pan after you cook it, you know? Kind of tough. Oh, another one. Round 47. Power wheels.
Round 47. Hundreds of comments have asked me to joust this demon on a Power Wheels. Let's see who's boss. Why do you guys hate me so much? What's next? Round 47.
Why do you guys hate me so much? Speaking of Boston, happy birthday to Tom Scholes. March 10th, 1947, Toledo, Ohio. Now, so his birthday is the day after both the lead singers died. That's kind of rough. But Tom Scholes is the brains behind Boston. He was the writer of all the songs and the producer. This is who's ending the chronic disease epidemic. Yes, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's doing a fantastic job, I must say. And here is rock's most bittersweet coincidence. Rest in peace, Tommy. Rock fans lost a voice yesterday that meant a lot to the legacy of Boston. Tommy DiCarlo passed away on the same date that Brad Delp passed away. Same day. Wow. And here's Tommy DiCarlo on stage. I did get to see him. I think it was 2013 or 2014 in Green Bay. And they were fantastic. I saw Boston back in the 70s, late 70s in Minneapolis. And I saw them again here and both times. Fantastic, fantastic concerts. Both Brad Delp and Tommy DiCarlo. I got to actually hear in concert. So News 1, President Trump refuses to sign bills until SAFE Act passes. Well, good. I'm glad. Donald Trump is giving you all so many signs. Do you want to know what he posted today? There shall be a break in the financial system in the Middle East, the dinar. And then he shall say, why now? And once everything seems at their worst, I shall bring it forth, and I shall free them up. There shall be prosperity in a place you least expect it. Kim Clement. So he posted the Kim Clement prophecy. Interesting, huh? The White House. A warm Miami welcome. President Trump stops at Venezuelan restaurant in Doral, Florida. Look at this. This is the Freedom 250. Look at that car. An Indy 500 race in D.C. Only Trump could do it. if Sleepy, Creepy, Crooked Joe would have been president, they probably would have had like for the 250th birthday, they probably would have had drag racing, but it would be men in dresses running with their hands out, limp wristed. Yeah, disgusting. Oh, the Quality Leering Center. Oh, is this what Barack Insane Obama is going to name his ugly library? The Quality Leering Center? I think it's apropos. Perfect. Sun Tzu. It's been 9 years, but digital soldiers knew this day was coming. It's been difficult. There have been a lot of people mocking us, but we held fast to truth. We believed President Trump, and we saw the Q deltas in real time. We are about to see major arrests. How do I know? Because President Trump keeps his word. Brian Cates. This isn't about to slow down at all. It's about to accelerate bigly. You want that Q? You want that Q, friend? You're going to need that Q, friend. Friend. Isn't that cute? I like that. I like that. And from November 7th, 2018, post 2450, we are going to show you a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. We take this journey together, one step at a time. Where we go one, we go all. Q. Here's our last show. All righty, Aphrodite. Ancient Egyptian super criminals. Yeah, I think it was an episode with King Tut. So that's where Batman can show off his vast knowledge of ancient Egypt. Yeah. I saw a clip. I didn't share it, but it was so funny. They got out of a mess, and so they were all tied up or something, and then they got themselves loose. And Robin says, "Gosh, Batman, can you believe it? We always get caught in these circumstances. It's almost as if someone's directing our fate." And he goes, "Oh, that's silly. That's silly, Robin. That kind of stuff only happens in the movies." Yeah, you're right. They're in a TV show and TV. So there you go. Oh gosh, too funny. It's just too funny. It's humor that I love. That's great humor. Great humor, you might even say. And here we are over at X, because X marks the spot. La 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 la. Oh, did you hear about this? Joshua Hall. Breaking. President Trump is strongly considering pardoning Julian Assange and Edward Snowden and appointing them as top intelligence analysts here in the United States to root out the deep state within our government. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. Well, I think that's all we need to know. Look at this. This is so cool. Down perfect. Oh, anybody can do that, right? This guy can do it, right? Bastard. He gets it every single time. Oh gosh. Here's what you need. A guy who's gonna rob you. You need what this guy has. Watch.
Lagi duit cepat.
Roast him. Roasted. Roasted. Isn't that nice? He's keeping his customers nice and warm. I like that. Here is George Van Tassel, Project Looking Glass, 1946. A 700-year-old being gave him the formula to build a time machine. Remember this guy? Let's listen to him.
Jack, this was the result of a formula which was given to me by a man who landed a ship at my airport in 1953. And we put this formula under research, tested a number of experiments on a bench in a good electronics lab in Chicago, and we produced phenomenal results with evidence that we should do it on a larger scale in order to be able to do more with it. And this evolved out of something that started in 1953 into a 4-story high machine that we're working on down there today.
Now, George, I don't care whether the machine is 4 stories high or 40 stories high or 4 inches high. When I say calmly and unexcitedly, a time machine, what does your formula tell you can do with a time machine?
Well, Jack, our formula has no time factor, which electronic formula does have. And on the other hand, electronic science has only had 2 dimensions to work with, the electric pattern and the magnetic pattern perpendicular to it. And we discovered a 3rd zone, which we call a time zone, and we are working through this zone with an effort to orient the magnetic field to give us other results than our science can obtain at present.
George, just double talk to me. A time machine means to me a little box that I can go into and go back 5,000 years or forward 10,000 years. Is that what your formula tells you can do?
Well, Jack, this isn't a little box. This is a 4-story machine focusing fields that we can orient to produce this zone big enough for a man to get into. It isn't a box.
But what happens to the man when he gets into the zone? I'm all agog with curiosity.
Jack, we've discovered this zone is subject to thought. Now, since time doesn't record events the way we do on calendars and clocks, you could only record an event by thinking of it. Now, theoretically, we believe we can take a videotape magnetic camera into the time zone and photograph Lincoln's Gettysburg Address or Caesar's armies marching.
Let me get this straight. In other words, you're telling me, like H.G. Wells imagined 50 years ago, that everything that happened in time is still there to be seen by the recreation electronically of a thought which exists.
Jack, you know how you talk into a tape on a tape recorder and play the interruptions back, identical to the play that you made. The Earth's magnetic field is the same way. You can put interruptions into it and play them back out of it. An associate of ours in creating a magnetic coupler with this principle coupled in the Earth's magnetic field and played back TV shows from stations that aren't even in business anymore.
You mean an experiment has been done to bring out of the air television programs which have been and gone?
Been and gone.
Now, where was this experiment conducted?
It was conducted in Santa Monica by an associate of mine.
Why hasn't this hit the headlines throughout the world? That's a time machine in action. If I can...
Jack, the reason it hasn't hit the world is because, as I understand it now, the Navy Department took him and the research over because he also discovered he could bounce magnetic echoes off the ionosphere and locate submarines under the ocean, regardless of where they were.
So who is this associate of yours?
This is a fellow named Charlie Arts.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, and look at this guy. He's got a great first name. Chief Aaron Edwards wears blue. Some heroes wear capes. NYPD News. Look at him go. He's on a mission. Look at that guy. Of course, he's got a great first name. Of course, he's a good guy, right? Of course. Look at this. A white liberal woman mistakes her Uber driver for an ICE agent, and she strangles him and bites him from the back seat of his own car. My God. Yeah, open the insane asylums, yes.
Oh, please, stop. Stop. Janet, let her go. Stop. Let her go.
Stop
He's biting him.
Oh, stop.
You got the call? Are they got the cops on the way?
Unreal.
Just leave. Yeah. Just leave her. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Unhinged lip card.
I don't want.
I can't get him out. I know.
Ma'am, stop biting him.
God. What a horrible person she is. Can you believe it?
Just your Uber driver.
I'm just your Uber driver.
Stop! Let go of him!
I just don't want to put my hands on her.
No!
I just don't want to put my hands on her.
Unreal. Oh, wait. In 2021 in Florida. Well, still, I think it's an interesting thing. Oh, listen to this. Whoops.
Possibly at the halfway point. First of all, Mr. Khan's answering every question thus far. He's completed 2 full hours of depositions. I would say we are possibly at the halfway point. It could last more than 4 hours, but he confirmed there were 5 clients that paid money to Epstein, and that was Les Wexner, Lynn Dubin, Stephen Sinofsky, the Rothschilds, and Leon Black. We've already deposed Wexner, and we're going to be deposing Leon Black very soon. First of all, Mr. Khan's answering every question.
And the Rothschild, huh?
2 full hours.
Suppose the Rothschild and see what happens. Now, this is pretty cool. I think this is an old video, but it's pretty darn cool. Let's take it from the top. Don't go around. Too good, man. That's pretty freaking awesome. Holy moly, Russia is willing to start trading with the U.S. in dollars again and says they'll stop using BRICS currency. China is freaking out. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that amazing? Oh, here's some more about that Florida guy that got kidnapped by the dolphins to build them a underwater city. So let's take it from the top here.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. The man was found early Monday morning on the side of a beach in Lee County, soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused. When deputies arrived, he was drawing detailed diagrams in the sand. According to the man, a pod of dolphins took him while he was swimming and brought him to a place about 40 feet under the surface. He said they forced him to help build underwater structures. He told deputies the dolphins communicated with him using clicks. He said the group had a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater, possibly by creating an airspace. The man spent 3 days working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures. When the dolphins were satisfied with his work, they sent him back to the surface and told him they would return for phase 2. Medical staff treated him for dehydration, but found no signs of head injury or mental confusion. Tests showed seawater and marine particles in his lungs, suggesting he had been deep underwater for a long time without typical lung damage. This was unusual and raised questions for doctors. The man holds a master's degree in aerospace engineering and has experience with deep sea technology, which he says is why the dolphins chose him. Some people think the story is false, but the physical evidence has made others curious. Let me know what you think.
Of course it's true. How could it not be true? Come on now. If illegal aliens are not voting in elections, why would polling places be off limits for ICE? Right? They just admitted that they want illegal aliens to vote. I'm just so enraged watching President Trump have to beg and plead with Congress to pass the Save America Act. Senate Republicans should be ashamed. They have betrayed our president. Thanks, Todd Stearns. And Donald Trump, free Tina Peters. Yes. Oh, this is shocking. From Dr. Edward Group. Is this nanotech? Look at this. This is strange.
Hot air. So hot in here.
This is going to blow your mind. Bioreactive, nanotechnology, or something else. I set my room to 99 degrees, the same as the human bodies, and these pills started reacting to the warmth and electromagnetic field of the environment like they were waking up. They began moving as if choosing a direction. But the crazy part, they didn't know whether to move towards the heat or towards me. They clustered, aligned like ants, confused but connected, guided by invisible signals. What if this tech's already inside of us? Some believe this quantum response is nanotech designed to respond to bioelectric signals. There are whispers it's already being tested on elite soldiers to enhance performance, repair tissue, even monitor psychological state. This footage was never supposed to exist. This wasn't supposed to be filmed, but I filmed it. What do you think this is?
So what do you think that could be? Is there nanotech in pills? Probably. I mean, these people that own all these giant companies, they want us all gone. They're going to put, that's why I say pills cause ills. Oh, and Chroniviewer says, let's not forget about the guy who went 120 miles per hour in Florida and claimed he teleported. These people might be onto something. Yeah, right? Pass the puffer to the left, yeah. Yeah, right? I hope they photographed those details drawings in the sand. That could be important. Yeah. I don't know if this story is real or not, but it sure is entertaining. But this thing right here for Dr. Edwards Group, wow, that's freaky. It makes me want to take some pills and do some experimenting with them. Not by taking them, but just by putting them on a hot, like a electric blanket or something like that thing is. Oh, Matt Couch put this out. If Joey Salad says, if Michelle Obama is trans, why hasn't she murdered anyone? Then he answers his own question. Never mind. I forgot about the chef. Yeah. Right. That's right. Oh, did you hear about this? I don't know if this is true. Vice President J.D. Vance can replace John Thune as Senate Majority Leader while continuing to serve as Vice President. Does that mean he can't be the tiebreaker then? Constitutionally supported by the procedure. Okay. Oh, look at this. El Mencho, and El Chapo, and the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum. Sheinbaum sounds like Jewish Mexican. I don't know though. And listen to what this gal has to say. See if I can hike this up a little bit. There. Okay, here we go.
How to bend reality explained in 60 seconds, or at least I'm going to try to do it in 60 seconds. If you're new here, I'm Hannah. I studied manifestation and success for over 12 years, and I used it all to manifest everything from my soulmate to my book hitting the bestseller list on Amazon several times. And now I'm teaching others to do the same. So this is how I manifest, or bend reality, as some people call it. Step number 1, I decide exactly what I want. I am super detailed. I write lists, I script, I sit down, and I really imagine what I want. You need to tell the universe clearly, and you have to stick with it, because if you keep changing your mind, the universe is going to get confused. Step 2, I regulate my nervous system and I rewire my beliefs. If my nervous system is afraid of having the thing that I want, it's going to do all it can to repel it. Let me explain what I mean. You attract what you vibrate as, and your vibration is determined by your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. So if you walk around saying, I want to manifest a man, but you keep feeling afraid of getting hurt again, not much is going to happen. Step 3, I embody the version of me who already has the thing I want. This means that I begin to feel, think, speak, act, and believe like the person who already has what I want. That's how I change my vibration. You can't just tell the universe what you want because it speaks in frequencies. You have to show it by becoming a new person. Step 4, I do all that I can to remind myself of who I am. I do this even when reality hasn't caught up yet. So I notice what's happening around me, but I don't let that pull me back into the old version of myself. Step 5, and this is an important one that a lot of people miss, I make sure I have detached from my past. For example, if you want to manifest money, you need to let the old habits go. You need to let the fear go. And more importantly, you need to let go of the way you used to think of yourself. Let that go. When you get to the part where your mind and body fully believe you have the new life, reality will need to reconstruct itself. So that's how you bend reality. And as usual, my manifestation steps are in my bio, and they include my gratitude ritual that I use all the time when I want to manifest something big. And you can also find my quantum meditation in my bio. And I use this one whenever I want to align with something new. Now comment, I choose myself. How?
Okay. Plasma Zombie says, you are consuming too much junk news. No, I'm not. I like junk news. And this is not a strictly a news channel. We look at funny things too. So if it's not your cup of tea, there's plenty of other shows out there that you can go and enjoy. Skylark says, is she bending reality or is she folding, spinning, and mutilating it? Yeah, who knows? No clue, Mr. Magoo. Yeah. Okay. The Trumpinator tribute bike. Look at this. This is so cool.
The greatest president, I speak for everybody in this room, that we've ever had, Donald Trump. Absolutely. I think everybody can agree on that. Amen. I've got 3,000 hours in this bike to build this bike as a tribute to your dad, our president, and also a little to screw the liberals a little bit on the left too. You know, so when you see this bike, you'll understand. I want to thank Boots on the Ground, Mike Trump, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. So with that said, I'd like to do the unveiling of the bike. When you see your motorcycle 12 feet long. Almost 4 years.
Wow.
Oh my God. That is awesome.
Now you all know Junior's a biker, right? You got it set up so we can get a picture.
That is so gorgeous.
Look on the other side.
That is incredible. Oh. Wow.
No.
Oh my God, like the Terminator, I love it. Maybe look right here.
That thing's
awesome. The bike's called the Trumpinator. Because that's what we need.
Too cool for school, you might even say. How do you like that? Look at this. Stellar. Did you know? This is so funny. He rubbed lemon juice on his face, robbed 2 banks, smiled at the cameras, got caught in an hour, and changed psychology forever. In 1995, MacArthur Wheeler walked into two banks in Pittsburgh and robbed them with no mask, no disguise, and lemon juice on his face. He believed that because lemon juice works as invisible ink on paper, it would make his face invisible to cameras. He smiled directly into the security cameras. Police aired the footage on the evening news and arrested him in an hour. When shown the tape, Wheeler stared at the screen and said, "But I wore the juice." He had tested the theory with a Polaroid selfie and didn't appear in the photo because the lemon juice got in his eyes and he aimed the camera at the ceiling. He took that as proof. Oh, I'm invisible now. Oh. His case inspired Cornell psychologist David Dunning and Justin Kruger to publish their 1999 paper defining the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias where people with low ability drastically overestimate their own competence. Look at that guy. I got the lemon juice on, man. You guys can't even see me. Oh, that is so funny. I just think that's hilarious. Let's see if anyone else is going to try the lemon juice trick. Oh. But I wore the juice, yes. And Cap 78 Pack, ask the juice if it works. Oh, never mind. He's no longer with us. Isn't he? It was a while ago. Oh, and here is another guy going to these medical places and there's no one there. It's the same story. Oh, another supreme leader eliminated. Look at that. Why? It's no one's going to want that job. No one will want it. And here's that pyramid found on an asteroid. It's fantastic evidence from scientists in India. Oh, at India, huh? I was wondering why it's so fuzzy. There's usually stuff from NASA is kind of crisp. This is anything but. Look how fuzzy that is. They couldn't crisp it up. That's it. Look at, here's this big anomaly right there. But is it real? Or is it Memorex? We just don't know. No clue, Mr. Magoo. It looks intriguing, but what are we really looking at? Is it real or not? And Skylark says, but why would anyone need to build such a structure on an asteroid? I am thinking that what we may be seeing a mining operation. Could be. Also, remember, asteroids are broken up pieces of a planet. So that pyramid could have been on the planet. And when it broke up into a million pieces, it just stayed on that piece. Yeah. Chronoviewers thinking that too. Maybe the asteroid is a piece of a planet that broke off. Right. Could be. We just don't know. We gotta start working on that spaceship so we can go up there and check it out. Treason doesn't pay well in the end. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is a top investor in Mitch McConnell's wife's Elaine Chao's family shipping business in communist China. Wow, there's the answer right there. That's why Thune isn't going to do what Trump wants anytime soon. has raked in tens of millions of dollars in profits from the Chinese company during his short tenure. Interesting. Yeah, I don't trust Thune. I don't trust most politicians. I trust Trump. Cynthia Holt nails it. La 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 la. It's our Democrats leaving the polls on election day. Look how many times she voted. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer whipped the head off of 4 mannequins in one take and got a round of applause from the Batman Returns crew. Watch this. One, 2, 3, 4. That was great. That was awesome. Good job, Michelle Pfeiffer. You made a pretty good Catwoman. Breaking, Secretary Sean Duffy has announced the federal government will revoke federal funding from California, New Mexico, and Washington if they fail to enforce English language proficiencies for commercial drivers. Do you support this move? Of course I do. I do. John Solomon, let's check out what he's telling Benny here.
Your take on Maricopa County. You're saying that what's going to happen is we're going to find out the Chinese had a major heavy hand in rigging election. What's your take on the raid yesterday in Maricopa?
Yeah, it wasn't really a raid. It was a grand jury subpoena, but they grabbed the stuff. There will be some search warrants executed in the coming days based on my reporting. They're looking at, in Maricopa County, it's a very technical thing, just like it was in Georgia. Did you follow state law? Because if you didn't administer a federal election as it was supposed to be under state law, you can be charged federally. It's just about doing the right thing and following the law. But above that, not in Maricopa County, not in Fulton County, there is an extraordinary review going on by the CIA director, the FBI director, the director of national intelligence, so Tulsi Gabbard, John Radcliffe, and Kash Patel. They have found a body of documents that I think will trouble all of us and probably will have a profound effect on the Senate debate over the Save America Act. A lot of senators are sitting up there saying, I don't know if I need to vote for this. I don't know what the politics is. Wait a second. When they find out that maybe voter identities in their state databases were penetrated by China and used in influence operations, that may change their mind. And so I think the debate in the Senate could be informed by what comes out in the next few weeks.
Oh, fascinating. Oh, that's so interesting.
Yep. And here's Pluto. After 9 years uncovering 3 billion miles, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft got this shot. Behold, the mountains of Pluto. I don't think I've ever seen this color of red on a planet before. Very interesting coloration, too. Good old Pluto. A frozen world. Look at that. Frozen world. If Iran doesn't surrender in the next 24 hours, I will force them to watch every single episode of The View, including reruns. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh, more about the Florida guy. Okay. I think we watched this one before, but let's watch it again, okay?
So now you're telling me that a group or a pod of dolphins are kidnapping grown-ass men and making them go underwater to build their underwater cities and structures? At this point, I'm not even surprised. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in Lee County, Florida, yes, Florida, a grown-ass man was found on the beach by authorities soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused is what the statement says. But the weird part was he was drawing these detailed diagrams in the sand when the authorities showed up. But that's not even the best part of the story. He claims that when he was out swimming, a pod of dolphins came and kidnapped him. But they didn't kidnap him for like a ransom or anything. No, they kidnapped him and they took him 40 feet underwater to force him to build their underwater city. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm sure your first thought is, well, how did he breathe? And here's the answer. He claims in the statement that there was a head dolphin, an alpha dolphin, and this dolphin's name was Gerald. And Gerald was communicating to him through clicks and telekinesis, and also helping him breathe underwater. Gerald was helping him breathe underwater by a bubble-like system. Gerald sounds pretty cool. I bet you thought this story couldn't get any crazier. I've got your crazy. He claims he was down there for 3 days helping them build their underwater city. 3 days! And after those 3 days were up, he claims that they told him that they were satisfied with his work, so they took him back to the surface. But they told him, we'll be back. We'll be back for you for phase 2. I'm sure if you're still here watching the video, you're like, oh, he was most likely on or drunk. And that was what I thought. But when he got to the hospital and they ran all the tests, this is what's absolutely nuts. Yes, he was dehydrated, but there were no alcohol in his system, and there were no head contusions or blunt forces to the head or any signs of any kind of mental illnesses. They did find marine particles and seawater in his lungs that indicated that he had been at a deep underwater level for a long time without any lung damage. Now, if you're wondering, why him? Why did they choose him? It's because, and he says this in his statement, they chose him because he has a master's degree in aerospace engineering and is extremely knowledgeable in underwater technology. And that's the reason Gerald chose him. And I'm not going to lie, I believe him. I've always heard that it's illegal to communicate with dolphins, but
there it is. No, look at this.
Amber is fossilized tree sap from the dinosaur era, and anything stuck inside gets frozen in time, like a wasp, preserved for millions of years. Even crazier, one piece contains tiny bubbles of ancient water and air. If it popped, you'd technically breathe prehistoric oxygen, but that's nothing. Scientists also found a 54-million-year-old gecko, eyes, claws, even scales perfectly preserved. And the wildest discovery? A 99-million-year-old dinosaur tail, complete with feathers. The first real proof some dinosaurs weren't just scaly. They were feathered. Amber doesn't just preserve fossils. It preserves moments from a lost world. What's the craziest thing ever trapped in amber? Amber is fossilized tree sap from the dinosaur.
So why aren't we all buried in amber then? Wouldn't we be more preserved? We'd probably look a lot better too, huh? Wouldn't be all decomposing and all like that. Oh, look! The persistence, a deluge of handwritten letters are peacefully on their way to Senator John Thune's office. Yeah, not just paid influencers. These are real people writing letters. I really like Scott Pressler. He's doing a great job, I think. People give him a hard time, but I think he's doing great. He's awesome. Oh, is this true? Johnny Midnight, so you don't know if it's true or not. For over 30 years, Garfield-shaped telephones keep washing up on Brittany's beaches in France. In 2019, locals and cleanup volunteers finally found the source. A broken shipping container wedged inside a sea cave since a storm in the 1980s, leaking phones out at low tide. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, Garfield phones. Republican Army puts this out. Trump's out there taking out dictators like it's routine. Meanwhile, John Thune can't even pass a measly bill that 90% of the country wants. Right. What an idiot. Read the room, Thune. Unreal. He's not going to be around too much longer. I think he's going to get ousted somehow. President Trump is teaming up with Governor Gretchen Whitmer to save the Great Lakes from destructive Asian carp. You hear about this? It's pretty interesting. Oh, Hakeem. I'm not even going to listen to you, Hakeem. Look at this guy. Wow.
我还是那么喜欢你，想与你到白头。可不可以？
That is just amazing. Look at that. Amazing. Oh yeah. Start throwing some cards. You may be able to do that too. Steve Phillips. Oh, look at this. This is funny.
A couple of years ago, this man by the name of Steve Phillips said if you carry a ladder into anywhere, you can get in for free because they'll think you're working there. So we're trying that today with Heath and Dylan.
We look like idiots.
Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Huh? He fucking works. He didn't even ask us anything. What the fuck? He literally looked at me and was like, I was like, what the fuck?
Wow. Holy shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? You just walked it over me in her face.
Looks like a chicken chicken pan.
Oh my god!
We just found the hack to fucking life. He opened the door. A couple of years ago, this man by the name of Steve Phillips said if you carry a ladder into anywhere, you can get in for free because they'll think you're working there. So we're trying that.
Isn't that funny? Too funny. Oh, this is hilarious. This is how good some ads were in the old days, folks. This is for Kmart. This is hilarious.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad. I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie. I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com. Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad. I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie. I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com. Ship my pants. Right here.
God, it's so funny. Oh, Carrie Lake won her election. Carrie Lake won her election. Yes, Carrie Lake put that out. It's true. True. So true. Oh, and look at this. These are pretty funny. Okay, we got to go back to the original start here.
Stop!
One step at a time, Bartholomew. Stairs are very treacherous. Okay, Daryl. Where's Kenneth?
Wait up, guys! I'm coming!
You go downstairs?
Hell yeah, I can go downstairs. Check this out. Oh, wait a second. I almost forgot. I came up with a new way to go downstairs. I've been practicing all day while you were at work. It's so freaking fun. And when you sound like this and that.
Hey!
Ride the chicken across the road so he can fly like me and lift off. See, I told you chickens should fly. Everybody run! You'll never take me alive! Go, 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 Kenneth! I am, but the water's not getting any closer!
Who's the sweetest little boy? Die! Oh, you mean me?
So lame. Check this out.
Yep, there you go. Oh, and this is good. Victor Gabrikanov. He did the experiment with these little bugs, these little beetles and their wings, and he found an anti-gravity effect and made these platforms. pretty intriguing, wouldn't you say? Microscopic structures on insect wings produced strange anti-gravity effects, which led him to build an experimental levitating platform. Boy, if I invented something like that, I don't think I could ever get off of it. I'd be flying all over the place. Flying all over the place. These two lowlifes are purposely sabotaging President Trump and our agenda. Yes, they are. Here's Trump pulling into a random gas station.
USA, 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 USA. So what do we get to eat? We stole a recipe from your hotel. Okay. Right here.
Very cool. Okay. Proceed with caution. Elon Musk put this out in response to this. Listen to this. Amazon is holding a mandatory meeting about AI breaking its systems. The official framing is part of normal business. The briefing note describes a trend of incidents with high blast radius caused by general AI-assisted changes for which best practices are not being used. Yeah, it's going off the rails already, and yeah, it's going to be hard to put it back in the box, isn't it? Well, that's it, folks. That's the show. I want to thank everyone for coming on by and questing for the truth here, and having some laughs and some camaraderie. So there you go. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. Because you guys rock. You guys rock. Thank you all so very much. Hey, Lucid Heart Evolution is here. Hello, Lucid Heart. Great show, Aaron, says Chronaviewer. Skylark says AI goes off the rails because artificial intelligence is just artificial stupidity. Yes. Have a great night, everyone, says Lucid Heart Evolution. And Operation Shutdown says, I will keep my camera pointed to the sky so I can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Awesome. And Skylark says, thank you, Aaron. And I said, thank you also very much, Radiating Heart. And Cap78 Pack says, thank you, Aaron. Good show tonight. God bless you all. Much love, peace in, and hope your night is fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you, Peggy. And Kathy says, good night, everyone. And Mini Moog 1 says, thank you. You're welcome, Mini Moog. And Lucid Heart Evolution says, hello. And Skylark says, Good night, fellow Truth Questers. Thank you all for coming along. Remember, we do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So do like Operation Shutdown and keep your cameras pointed to the skies. You can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk all about it, because we would love to hear all about it. Wouldn't we now? Oh, yeah, we would. Good night, fellow Truth Questers, says Skylark. And Operation Shutdown, peace in. World peace, baby. Yeah, that's right. Peace in. World peace, baby. Yeah. All righty, Aphrodite. We'll see you on Friday, right around 9 p.m. Central. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, peace in.